Gotta get the old controller unwound. Alright. So, hey, this is John.
It's nerdy.
And, Fallout London. We're still doing this. I just slept. Okay. I need to go find Nadia. That's what I was doing. Playing through, like, the story, Nadia is, like, the first trader you find.
Oh.
Or you get. Well, I guess Yvette is a trader, but she's really more like a medical supplier.
Kind of like Doc Hoff.
Yeah. You know what? I just started streaming and I got up earlier to go take care of something, and I get into the kitchen and I forgot completely what it was I was going to take care of. I just now remembered what it was.
Oh.
So weekends are laundry days,
Oh.
and I forgot to start my next load. Oh well, I'll work on it after. I will say this, the sword looks really nice.
Yeah?
You know. And it is one of the better weapons I can have right now. Grab this, and I need this.
What a crystal harmonica?
No. Harmonizer.
Ah.
Somebody needs it for a later part of the quest. And I just knew where it was. Actually, there's some guys to fight down here. Take their shit. Yeah. Assam chop. Oh shit. Bam. Took her head clean off.
I know this one's called London, and if it has a realistically sized London, it would probably be bigger than the Fallout world, or Fallout 4 world, but do you ever hit outside the edge of it? Can you go out into the wilds of England?
This is a little bit over here and over here.
Okay.
But I will say,
I do a pretty good job making it all residential, or not residential, but like buildings and stuff.
yeah.
A lot of games are afraid to do that. They're like, we set, even so, think about like how, even Grand Theft Auto games that are literally set in a city, it's like, well, we have this huge wilderness area over here.
And you're just like, why?
Well,
I'm here to cause mayhem in New York. Get out of my way. Oh, I guess the next one's set in Vice City or Miami. Oh, something that I know you're gonna love. Ugh, mines. In Fallout 4, limbs regenerate over time.
oh. Wow. I know 4 is one of the ones. I've heard a lot of different people talk about builds they have where, like, my character was practically invincible.
I had one of those builds.
Assume it involved power armor?
It did. I would find the absolute best armor that I could wear, and then I would just walk around in power armor the whole game. And I was just an unstoppable tank of fucking people up.
Mm. I remember when it first came out, seeing a child play it, and they really liked the whole using power armor to jump off the top of buildings.
That was fun. Jumping off the Predwin in full power armor is awesome.
Oh.
Alright. I'm about to die. Whew.
Hello. I guess I am.
Oh.
Those hooligans were ruining my lovely shop. What a mess. What a mess. Oh yes. Good old vagabonds looking after us measly shopkeepers. Us poor lowly dealers subject to the whims and terrors of fate. We're very grateful, we are. Well.
I just feel like
I have
Nadia
wisdom
sounds
in my
like
pocket here.
too happy about what's going on in the world.
My usual runner got scared off and now I've got some clear up to do. But listen here, I am grateful to you for helping out. You need some supplies? I will
Although,
give you
if the end of the world did happen, Nadia probably best represents how the British would take it.
I was gonna say during the bombings of the Germans, they were still like hanging out in bars and partying and stuff like that.
Yeah. There are two things you don't fuck with. Brits tea time and Brits drink time.
I mean, I heard stories, but you see pictures of it, people just hanging out in places literally while bombs are exploding outside, just being like, yeah, well, this kind of sucks.
It's a bit of rain outside.
Of course, that's something what I often to think about is the books were always a lot more subtle than the movies and Lion Witch and the Wardrobe, but that's why they were going out to live with their uncle.
You know, I didn't really watch those movies. Like, I think I've seen, like, the second half of the first one.
Ah.
I remember a big deal about Prince Caspian coming out, though.
I've heard those movies didn't stop being made, like, so much because they did poorly, more like just a change of plans. Kind of like, well, we're not doing that anymore.
You know, like the same thing really happened with like National Treasure.
Ah, see that was a huge franchise for a while and just disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, they were like, yeah, we'll keep paying Nicolas Cage. That's not a problem, but we're just not gonna make those movies anymore. It's like, why?
Oh. I don't think his new horror movie's any good. I think he's the monster in a horror movie, isn't he?
You know, I don't know.
It's like the something man. I can't remember what it is.
I know, and I don't know if he is, but I've seen pictures of his son, and I think his son is like some big metalhead that's in some sort of like indie underground metal band, I think.
Oh.
And his son looks a lot like him.
So you're saying he's gonna get laid?
Absolutely.
You got the delivery then. Thanks for that. I'm glad Nadia's okay. She's one of my sharpest suppliers. I found a part for the radio you were after. Here you are. If you need a workbench to fix it, check with Bullet-Tooth Anthony. It's usually down the basement. Did your mum teach you better?
And I already have this dude's piece.
Hello, sunshine. My name's Bullet-Tooth Anthony. What you after? No chance, sunshine. I'm trying to fix up an old laser rifle I found, and it's laid out in 100 pieces right now. You dare mess that up, and I'll have your head off. But look, you can find me a piece to replace an old crystalline photon agitator, and I'll be able to finish it off. And the workbench is all yours.
Agitator, not a... There we go.
Lovely jubbly. Give it here, and I can get it cleared up. Here we are, a fully restored Uptonburg Class C laser rifle. Ain't it a beaut? Absolute shite that keeps breaking after 10 shots, mind. But it'll bugger up anything it hits before then. Now, you had some gizmo you wanted patched up. Hand it here, and I'll sort it for you. Let's see. Out with the old, in with the new. I can tidy these frayed wires too. This is quite the old bit of junk Nelson's hanging on to. Well, it's all fixed. But it looks like the battery is knackered. I've got none of the right sort here, but Johnny Shrapnel should have him in spades. He's usually hanging out back by the camp station.
So this is like a fan thing, right? Where it's like outside the U.S. Do you think Fallout, with all of its Americana imagery, should explore what's going on in other parts of the world?
I understand what you're saying, but like, yeah, I've always wanted to like know more about what's going on in the Fallout world.
Okay, if you were going to do a Fallout game, not set in the United States, where would you pick?
Well, there's a lot of stuff I want to see, but I'd probably start with China.
Really?
That's the other side of the big conflict.
Okay, yeah.
You know, instead of finding, random Chinese guys, you'd find random American spies. Stuff like that. Get their side of the story. Think about it. How much do you know about what the deal is with China back then?
I don't. The series is pretty like tight-lipped about anything that's going on outside of the U.S. and Canada.
And part of the reason I think it would be thematically work is you would think the destruction would be the other way spread, just like it is, we're destroyed from China east, and they should be destroyed from America west.
You know, the creator of Fallout, one of the co-creators of Fallout, has said who shot the first nuke, right?
It was Vault-Tec, right?
Nope, it's China.
Oh.
China launched the first nuke. But they were likely prodded by Vault-Tec to do it.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna keep my money.
That's pretty new for Johnny. Well, alright then. I'll take his apology. It means that much to him. Thanks, Gov.
Hey, you get Mickey to take the gift. Smashing. I wasn't sure on
I'm not sure why I would say that he's not done a thing that he has.
You wanted a battery for that radio. Give it
I guess they like so I don't get locked into progression, but
Where do you even
I don't
get
know.
something as topped as this? I'll have to wire up a couple of 9 volts to get this to work.
What did you say someone had done that he didn't do?
All done.
One of the options when I came back to him because he asked me, "Did you take the gift?" And I could have said, "No, not yet."
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, "Why?"
There are a lot. It's funny the quests that they have that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, I don't want to be stuck farther in the story. And some that have that stuff, and it's like, but this doesn't affect any progression. Like, not, you know, the Enclave's not going to show up, or you know, they're not going
Yeah.
to stop selling me stuff.
You took your damn time about it. Where'd you go to fix it? Azerbaijan? Well,
Yes, that is exactly where I went to go have it fixed. That and across half of fucking England.
now, let's have a listen to what's happening out in the smoke.
Execution of the vagabond prisoner will take place at Enders Square in Millwall. We're expecting a massive crowd, so we need all hands on deck. If you're IODS in Millwall, be there. We're going to send a message to these two-bit punks. Nobody bombs a syndicate train station and gets away with it.
Oh, fuck's sake, turn that damn thing off. Why'd you even bring me this stupid radio anyway? You were just trying to upset me, weren't you? Where's Yvette? She's the one who vouched for you. I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind. You must have been listening in the next room before you brought it over here. How else would that news have been so perfectly timed? I'm onto you, lad rat. Oh no, did baby have a hard time with their tinker toys? Why didn't you say so? Take a seat, I'll have one of the lads pour up a warm glass of milk to calm your delicate nerves. Where the hell is Yvette? Daycare is over. She's got to pick up her little ankle biter. Oh shit, that's right. God damn it. I would say there's a 90% chance that she's about to do something stupid and find herself knee-deep in shit. Hey, listen, mate. Sorry I lost it on you a second ago. You did good with the radio. I need you to do something else for me now. Something much more important. Oh, how sweet. You're just a little sweetheart, aren't you? A little cutie pie that likes to cuddle up in a bubble bath and write their feelings down in a diary, eh?
Yes, that is my fucking day right there.
With a knob the size of a cricket bat, and he bullied me for loving Yvette so goddamn much. I think I might have another cry about it. Is that you then? Rhetorical question. It is you. But you're all I've got at the moment, so
Jesus Christ.
Your dainty purse for supplies, and head to Millwall to make sure Yvette hasn't done anything too stupid. She's got roots there, and you don't need to be Sherlock fucking Holmes to figure out she's going to make sure that poor soul headed to the hangman isn't one of her people. Bring Yvette back in one piece, and I'll make it worth your while. Brilliant. Head north to Millwall. Don't come back until you find Yvette. Tell her Blind Nelson's looking for her. The fastest route across the Thames is through the Greenwich Foot Tunnel.
My mother wanted me to be a farmer. but
Why does it have quotation marks around blind? Is it trying to be inoffensive while still giving him that nickname?
I guess.
So I mean, I know that sometimes in like credits, someone will be like, you know, blind, you know, first name, last name, or whatever.
Hello.
But
I don't know.
I don't know. You know, I'm not always into what Bob's Burgers is trying to like pitch to me, but a joke I always really liked was when Bob was with those kids and he's like, "What? Why are you called regular size Rudy?" He's like, "Just look at me."
That is one of the shows that tempts me to like resubscribe to like Hulu or something. I've actually been thinking about getting back into like streaming services because there's a lot of stuff that I just want to get caught up on. Like I've not watched the new X-Men yet. I don't want to see that. And of course, like The Mandalorian and shit like that. I think it's getting a new season, or it has a season that I've not seen yet.
You know, some of these old shows they're bringing back, like X-Men. What percentage of the cast would you say is dead at this point? Like I know a lot of the principal characters just aren't around anymore. I know they just can recast them. That's not a problem, but
3 or 4 of them are dead. Like the guy that played Magneto died, I want to say the year before they announced the revival. There was someone else there was like 1 or 2 other people that were dead, and they recast Jubilee because they wanted a Japanese American actor to do her voice. And the original voice actor for Jubilee was just like, yeah, do that. That's a good idea. I was like, okay.
that's set like right after the final episode, right?
Yeah. The fuck is this guy's deal?
What was he saying to you?
Oh god, it tastes so good. Hello there. Just scavenging like the rest of us. Wait, did you ask? Wait, you did ask, right? How about you?
He's called Rabid Farmer. I wonder if he's a cannibal or like if he's, or was it Rabbit Farmer?
I think it said rabid.
Okay, so I only asked because I did see some rabbits around, but yeah. I have a feeling he's a thing, at least part of a thing. You know what I mean?
I have a feeling he was supposed to like attack me.
Oh.
Oh man, it's the Enterprise from Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can open those. Foxes. Fuck.
Which makes me think of Kuma beating a bunch of tyrants, but then having a really hard time with a bunch of Cerberuses.
We're gonna have to find that.
There's stairs down.
Ah, here we go. Oh, that's not good.
I mean, that's not even warning heads, those are someone's personal heads. Got some human-sized cages and everything.
Whoa.
Gasoline-powered turret.
Yes.
Huh. I know this isn't the kind of realism that the Fallout games go for, but I was just thinking, shouldn't you start having, you are suffocating, donk, 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 donk.
Oh god, I'm about to die. I need to move this. This is like right in the way of my health bar.
Man, they're eating through your health like crazy. You say they have machine guns. And I forgot in Fallout 4 people don't necessarily drop what they have, do they? It's more like random stuff.
They usually drop what they have.
Okay.
See, he had all that stuff on him.
Okay.
No, these are too close by. Let's see here. Ooh, I have to start taking lead belly. Because in this game, this is like the first Fallout game that I played where I was like, man, I have to eat this radiated as fuck food.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Take that. Oh shit, I thought they were in there. Fucking damn.
Wow.
I want to remind you, I have an endurance of like 6 or 7.
This is where you're supposed to be right now?
Yeah. Well, no. But this is pretty... This is an early area of the game.
Sure. I mean, these guys specifically seem stronger than the other bandits you've been fighting.
Scavengers tend to be. I didn't realize there was another one back there. Man, we were gonna have to come back to this because these guys are just working me too bad. That's right. Come closer. Come closer. Not having very many shots with this. Oh, fuck, I am dying. No, I'm out. Fuck y'all, I'm out. I get that they're going for like a more gritty feel, but it does not play like a Fallout game.
Ah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. So it mechanically plays like a Fallout game, but you have to play it.
I can tell. I seem to have retagged or tweaked all the statistics of everything to make it come off differently. And like, you might be surprised with tooling around with any of the Elder Scrolls games, how much more of a classic, just running, I guess a run and slash game you can turn it into.
Oh yeah.
That's just not what they're going for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can make it, you know, a lot of different ways. One of the ways you can make it is kind of like, you know, one of those action, like, games where you run around and sure, you're not that hard to kill, but you can kill the fuck out of huge amounts of enemies.
Oh yeah.
No. Wash my hands so fast, I'll be back.
I'm gonna do the same because I got a little salsa on my hands. Oh shit! Alright, that was in my lap. Ooh. Need to cleanse it real quick, sorry. Oh.
Did your mum teach you better?
Touch me again, and there'll be consequences.
All right.
My mother wanted to be a bit of fun.
I'm literally knighting it up in England right now.
Ah.
Heavy armor, sword.
You just need to find like a riot shield or something.
You know, that would be cool if they would let you do that in this game. There's a police station close by with riot gear in it.
Oh.
I have to find it again. But I mean, come on. Hold on.
More bodies getting shot don't never hurt anything.
I want to see if I can find that police station. It should be in this back corner, I think.
Running around in the world of Fallout, I wonder what would be better in real life, like something like shark armor mail, or like actual modern like military armor.
You know that I'm not sure. Is this it? No, we're not going in there. There are cultists in some of these buildings, and ah.
Is that like a Little League bet?
Shit. Fuck. Ugh. Rounder's bat.
I don't know what that means. We want to go like do something to heal.
Yeah. Not me, I'm out. I don't know what cultist steel are.
Okay.
It didn't explain it in the opening. To the best of my knowledge, it doesn't really explain it anywhere. But I've not sat and read all of the terminal entries. I'm not going to.
How far would you guys say you got in your story with your higher level character?
I'm not sure. I unlocked a companion side quest,
Oh.
and I started doing that. But I mean, I wouldn't say. I don't know. I was.
I guess it does tend to be hard to tell exactly how far you are in a Fallout story, isn't it?
Well, so like Fallout 4 gives you a pretty decent idea.
Ah.
You know, you know from the beginning what you're doing, and when they change your goal halfway through the game, they make it pretty clear what it'll look like when you get there.
Yeah.
But in this, I have no idea.
You know, you were talking about people not being happy with 4 earlier. I wonder how much that has to do with the homogeneity in game design that it represents.
That's probably a lot of it. I mean, a lot of people that... So, I mean, obviously, it did well critically, and it did well in sales.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, it's...
But I've seen a lot of, like, criticism levied towards 4 because of how streamlined the game is. And it seemed like instead of less mechanics, people want more mechanics. And I'll be honest, I kind of fall in that camp.
You know, I think that's the problem people have with some of the later Elder Scrolls too.
I think that's my biggest complaint about Skyrim is that they just stripped a bunch out for ease of access. And Skyrim's a fun game, you know, I could sit and play that all day. But I do miss a lot of stuff that was in Morrowind and Oblivion that I wish would still be in there.
You know, you were asking me at one point, what do I want in 6? And I think I know what I want. I want a world where I guess the NPCs follow the same rules you do. That, well, just because I'm a thief doesn't mean I don't know any fire spells or stuff like that. Or like, something I was thinking about is, I think I was saying this on a stream at one point. It's like I want a Elder Scrolls 6 where some of the bandits, what they do is they don't hop out and be like, you know, I'm gonna take your money. They just sit from the like a bush and cast sleep on you, run up, steal some of your shit, and run away. You know, I'm not saying you couldn't do anything about it, like having immunity to sleep or like
High resistances.
yeah, or just generally trying to track that person down or whatever, but like, yeah. You know, I guess, you know what I mean though, because I remember when I first engaged with the Elder Scrolls world, maybe not when I very first did, when I had a more extended, because I played a little bit of Morrowind long ago, but my first real long messing with that stuff was with Oblivion, just because I had a lot more access to it, but I expected... Because I knew what I knew about Morrowind and the way they let you do stuff in Oblivion, I expected enemies to be, not to say jacks of all trades, but not so narrow in their setup that this game might as well have classes. You know?
You want enemies to surprise you more.
Kind of. More like I was surprised with the way they acted because I wanted them to basically... Okay, like... It's kind of like when you get a NPC in an RPG and it's like, well, they have a lot of magic points. They literally never utilize them.
Here we go. I've never been to the UK. I don't know if this is like a thing. This is on most of the police stations.
Well, they're probably like law stuff, like law jockeys, but for police stations.
Maybe.
But you know, that's something. That's one of those things that shows the secular nature of what's fashionable is law and stuff coming and going every couple of decades. Of course, and then even the cycle within it, how it goes from like, you know, I don't know if there's such thing as either of these, but tasteful to gaudy, and then back around again. Like, think about sometimes the cool lawn ornament is stuff like pink flamingos, not like, you know, modeled as a deer or something like that. I'm not saying there's particularly classy anything to put in your front yard, but... So are all the Kims different, or are they?
They're just named different, but they're the same.
So is Royd Buffett?
Yeah. And Morphex is, what's it called?
Medics?
Yes, Medics.
Is Psycho the one that makes you do more damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Right here. There should be like a full set of right. Whoa! Of right armor. Fuck. As I was saying, there should be a full set of right armor in here. I mean, not in this room necessarily, but in the building, I mean. Shit.
Ghouls always wear. Did feral ghouls always wear clothes in Fallout 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I cut his fucking leg off.
Ah.
That's
So it's all spread around.
Yeah. I think the last pieces are upstairs. Oh, you can also equip cigarettes.
You're saying they get you more experience, right?
Okay, so there's 3 types of cigarettes in the game. Expired cigarettes, the experienced cigarettes, and then there is a cigarette that you can equip that is just in your mouth and you walk around with it in your mouth.
Ah, okay. So the expired cigarettes do, are they just for selling?
Materials. So they give you like paper and something else.
Okay. I forget how big of a deal scrounging those kinds of resources is in Fallout 4. So can you utilize them on the level you can in 4? Like, could you...
Yeah.
You know, something I think is a missed opportunity for 4, but maybe they were like, we don't want to make this complicated of puzzles or anything. I don't necessarily mean it in a puzzle sense, but like let's say that somewhere like in 3, like the Dunwich building, that has lights and stuff, but a lot of its electricity is messed up, so it's really dark in places. Like putting a generator up on the wall and turning the lights on in a building.
You know, that would be really cool to be able to just fix the world.
Yeah.
I can also see why that would be a massive headache to like put together.
Because that makes me think of, you know, I've talked about a lot of different stuff I might do with the mod of Skyrim, but you know what? I think I'd probably end up falling on. It's probably, I know someone's already done this, but like the ability to pick and choose within the game places you've conquered to be like, well, now this is my place. Like maybe you could only have one of them, and the way you do it is you'd have like a flag item that you'd put down in, like, let's say, you know, I cleared out this Fort of Bandits, but man, it's got like a crafting table and an enchanting table and, you know, all this stuff right there. I want this one. If you put your flag there and stuff doesn't respawn, you can store stuff in the chests, but if you picked up your flag and put it somewhere else, it wouldn't necessarily destroy all the stuff in the chests, but it'd be like, well, they're gonna reset when they reset now, you know, so go grab your shit.
That's an interesting idea.
But you know, it would be neat if, like you said, you could fix the world in one of these Fallout games, like set up water purifiers at like one of the schools, and then suddenly all the water fountains are now like putting out clean water. There's more handcuffs down in that little like cubby. Should that be a melee weapon? You have to be like super close, but you're like whoosh, and then tie their hands up.
That would be pretty neat.
Is that the left leg?
Yep. Now we just need to find the right leg.
You know, this isn't something that would make me not play the game necessarily, but I remember when I did play 4, and I found a rare, like, left leg part. I was like, optimizing the grind is going to be a chore in this game. Although, you know, I also do like games like this, or Morrowind, that really let you like piecemeal it up.
Oh, if you're wondering.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Damn.
Hey, wait. Is that even a flag, or is that just a hunk of wood? That's just a hunk of wood.
Oh man, I can't. There we go.
There we go. So, okay, it is a shadow box.
It's the US flag. Some things need to be retextured and
At least it did
re-uploaded
say
to the world.
literally UK flag, didn't it?
There are several things in the game, in this world, that it's...
Like you wanted to say feral drifter or just drifter or something?
Yeah, I do want the feral commuter thing fixed. Like, when you fight ghouls, it shouldn't say ghouls, it should say commuters. Blast radius needs to be retextured to say, the board game that's in this. They call it something else, but it just uses that, you know, model and texture. Just small things like that need to be fixed. Otherwise, this game is...
Something, I think it was, I don't remember which of the board games in Fallout it was, but it might have been Blast Zone, but something about this presentation made me think of a game that my grandma, like a board game my grandma had when I was a child, was, I don't remember what it was called, but it was an oil prospecting game.
Really?
And it had this mechanic, I don't know if it was magnets under the board or what, where you would put this, like, you know, when you're like, I'm gonna prospect here, right? And you put it down and a thing would pop out of the top of it, be like, there's that much oil there.
That's cool. I may have to look this up. I'm gonna look this up.
Is that the only piece you're missing? You have
Yeah.
the helmet and everything?
I got the helmet, I got the chest piece, both arms. I need the right leg.
In 4, nothing deteriorates, does it? So what do you
Nope.
need repair kits for?
They're healing. They're supposed to be healing for robots, but they heal you.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. You had to use, you know, when you there was another game you were talking about one of the other Fallout games we was just for that, like, you use repair kits to heal robots, and it's like that totally comes from tactics. You like you can use, you know, like first aid and stim packs and stuff on humans, but if you're in like versus mode where you having robots and stuff on your side, you got to run over and use repair on them.
Yeah.
I want to say repair kits help, but like, there's man, they're the overpowered class or group or whatever in that. Something that one has stuff like super mutant and ghoul armor.
Ah, here we go.
How much of its own music does this game has? Is this just Fallout 4 music, or is this Fallout London music?
It has a lot of original compositions. Like, this is an original song.
Okay. So like I said, I've technically played 4, but I don't know a lot of its intricacies. Supposed to be in there somewhere?
Looking for...
Is that it down in the bottom? No, it's a board from the floor.
Oh, maybe this water cooler. Ah! Of course I can't carry anymore. There we go. Full riot gear.
Do you have underclothes, or do you just always look like that under everything?
I have underclothes.
Oh,
so
okay.
I can...
That's an interesting... Okay. I thought that might have been true earlier when you were changing out your equipment. I'm not necessarily saying it has to look any particular way. I just was wondering if that was actually true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh! This bug is present in this version.
What? Oh, wait, that's not the helmet you were wearing, is it?
It was. No, look at his neck.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you shave his mullet? Is that
Nope.
what it was?
No. If you see, I'm black in the front and white in the back.
That's what I was talking about. He used to have no suntan back there, but
Yeah.
you know.
And
I noticed, yeah, it's not affecting any of the rest of your body.
hold
Right
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he poked his head out and it's like, yep, the bombs are dropping.
Okay, I need to drop something. Alright. Now we need to return to Nadia. I guess I'll start working on the armorer perks so I can make my shit all badass.
Cool. So is there any Easter egg where you could be like, hey, Mom?
No.
I'm just surprised they named a video game character Nadia.
You know, I don't know where the people that made this are based. Like, I don't know if these are, like, people that are actually in London or not. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
And this game was made by the Swiss.
If anyone could do it.
Ah. Is it Switzerland or Sweden right now who actually has more guns per capita than we do? I want to say one of those places actually has some pretty lax gun laws, and like you're really gonna find guns there.
I think it's Switzerland.
Okay.
And so the reason that is because over there it is mandated by law that you have to put in 2 years of civil service.
Ah. So it doesn't. Does it have to be military, or could it be like, you know, I worked as a teacher for a couple of years, or like as a social worker?
That I don't know. I just know that most people opt to go into the military.
You know, it's funny because I'm not gonna try to be like, you know, someone who's like it's better or worse, but I've noticed that there is a difference in the nature of fiction when it stopped being written by people who were all in war. You know what I mean? Like, you go far enough back and like all these guys had some military service. You know?
But anyway, when they go into the service over there, when they leave, they have the option to take their service arm with them.
Ah, okay.
I think they gotta pay for it or something, but they have the option.
Take a look.
And honestly, I think that's not a bad idea to, you know, and especially like in this country, right? We have a right to bear arms, and I'm totally cool with that. When are you ever taught on how to use this thing that you have a right to use? And we've moved away from that. That used to be a thing in like schools, in which, you know, I don't know that we should be giving grade schoolers guns or whatever and having them target practice out on the playground, because again, that was literally a thing in the United States at one point.
No, I think they should, and it's not so much so that everyone can shoot, but it's to demystify the gun, to make it a mundane object. You know.
I just don't think it should be done on playgrounds at schools.
Well. No, they should have official shooting ranges over by the track.
Maybe not give them live ammunition.
No, I'm not saying that. Like, you know.
No, I am saying that.
Oh, because you know, like at that age, a strong enough pellet rifle is a good enough idea of what's going on. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, I mean, it's much like with bows. They'll teach you the principles, but the, you know, bows that you shot in camp or in other stuff like that, like in bow club or whatever, they don't have the draw of an actual, like, you know, use it for war bow.
Yeah.
But they will teach you the principles. I remember when it got to the point, because I used to really like archery when I was a kid and stuff, and it's not that I dislike it now, but you hang out with archery people and they're like, what, your pull is under this weight? Are you even, you know? It's like,
Have you ever used a bow before, bro?
Yeah.
Like, give me a break.
Well, And you know how, like, if you want to actually play the guitar, you gotta run your fingers first?
Yeah.
The same thing is true with bowmanship. If you want to, like, picture the bow doing this, whooting, and both, like, skins coming off and be like, well, I guess I should keep at it.
So yeah, you know, you brought that up. When I play guitar, and I have people that ask me about it all the time, and I'm like, well, and I'll give them my hand, and I'll be like, touch my fingertips, and I know that sounds very weird out of context, but they're like, oh man, they're really rough, and I go, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And I tell people, this is what I was told. If it feels like your fingers are about to bleed, that you're doing it right. And I've had people say that they lost interest in learning how to play right then and there because I explained that to them.
You know, I'm not saying it's extreme, but my equivalent to that is I don't blister up for playing video games too much anymore. Like, long ago that was a thing, and I understand it, even if you don't get blister up, you get those, like, indentations and welts and stuff. It's just like, I realized at one point, that doesn't happen to me anymore. I mean, I fucked my wrist up permanently, but my fingers are strong. There was someone who was getting into Diablo 2 really hardcore back in the day, and they're like, my only problem is my wrist hurts like crazy after playing it all day, and it's like, they're like, what do you do? And I was like, just pretend it doesn't hurt.
I knew what else you do.
I mean, it's kind of like when I warned the dude about the way I was using that, the arcade controls, joystick stuff for fighting games. It's like, now this is an effective technique, but a painful technique. You really feel it up here. I think something people don't appreciate about the NES controller is that the reason it's so flat and square is so that you could play it like an arcade machine. You'd see people doing that when it first came out. You know what I mean?
Oh shit. There was a company that they had NES controllers that had the joystick in the middle of the D-pad.
Ah.
It was a very small joystick, but it was there.
Yeah,
oh shit, I should have sold those. Oh well.
I had to convert to analog from digital, but the original conversion was from, analog to digital. Maybe I have too much of a survivalist mentality, but those plants that you were fighting those guys near, I was like, those look like they're either edible or smokable. Can you climb ladders? Oh wait, it looked like you could access that one. Like, turn towards it.
Ah, yes, I can. Ah, but not while you're in combat.
What do you prefer, that restriction, or like games that are like you can climb up there but they're gonna shoot you the whole time?
Both feel very terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a good answer for that.
Good.
No.
You know, seeing this game makes me think I need to actually watch the movie Brazil at some point. I've had several opportunities, but for some reason or another, just have never got around to it.
Oh yeah.
I know it's it's basically the British take on like 1984 type stuff.
I can't climb ladders, but I can pick locks.
Is there a satchel over there? Like, look under that workbench over to the right. Is that little satchel? Is that it?
Oh no, just part of the
Ah,
wall.
okay. I was just wondering if it was kind of like how you'll find whatchamacallits, either like bottle cap mines in 3 or like an alchemist place in Skyrim. You find an alchemist pouch.
Yeah.
Well, that was something.
I didn't even catch what it was. Alright, can I... No, what am I missing? Fiberglass, Jesus Christ, that is the thing.
Do you think you could find some out like a destroyed like a playground or something? Those things are made out of fiberglass, right?
You know where you find fiberglass in this game?
No.
Cleaners.
Like as in like a laundromat or as in like a vacuum cleaner?
Like a laundry... Well, like a laundry detergent.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say I can't see him.
Dang.
Damn you!
You know, for a game where they want you to use melee, they throw a lot of gun users at you. What does it take to get... Because I know you started out investing in the more melee weapon damage one. Do you have to have higher stats or something to get the later versions of it?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
okay.
higher level.
Ah, okay.
Damn.
Well, you could, since you know you're about to get into the fight, like drink some purified water or something first.
Oh, was that it? Was that all you got? Okay. Yes, I know.
You know, I guess that maybe they wanted to distinguish themselves from Fallout, the other Fallout games, but I was just thinking about if it's in England, something you should find a lot of actually is the hunting rifle. Because if you actually find people's guns over there, that's what they're gonna have, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nobody has anything else, and of course they have a military with guns that, you know, are scroungeable, but...
Well, you know, they say early on, there's a line of dialogue that they just kick out about how this, that, and the other happened, so now there's guns all over the place. So, again, whenever I hear people complain that there's no guns in this game, it's just like, are you even fucking playing the game?
I mean, all those guys dropped them, right?
Yeah. But, again, even if there wasn't a lot of guns in this game, it's the UK, guys.
Yeah.
What did you think there would be?
I mean, that literally makes me think of when I was a kid. Dad was watching some British action movies. Like, the really unrealistic thing about this is everyone has guns.
I could see him pointing some shit out. Your dad seems like the kind of guy who would sit through a movie and tell you all of the bullshit in it.
Yeah. And if he thinks he does that with movies, you should see him do that with guns and video games. He is quite done with guns and video games.
See, that surprises me. Not that, guns are super realistic in video games, because they're not.
Yeah.
But I'm just for some reason surprised by that. No!
I mean, he'll use them if he's playing a game for some reason, but just the inaccuracy really gets to him.
Where in the fuck do I need to go?
Talking to trade, or?
The goddamn complete opposite direction.
I've heard foxes are coming back in this region a little bit.
Are they?
I haven't seen one in a really, really long time, but I've heard that.
I'm gonna say I have not seen any. I have not seen any. Got plenty of coyotes around here, though.
Yeah. Well, that might be something that gets in the way of it, because wolves eat coyotes, but coyotes eat foxes, so.
Just need to. Yes! Yes! That's all I needed to do.
Shouldn't rain be giving you radiation, because that's literally Fallout? Oh, okay.
No, not yet. Come back. Please. Come back. Where'd you go? There she is.
If you're buying, I'm selling.
She's just too upbeat for what's going on. Okay. No. What the... I tip my battered fedora to you.
Should, in the modern environment, should fedoras give you like a +2 to intelligence and a -2 to charisma?
More like a -2 to intelligence and a -2 to charisma. I worked at GameStop, and I thought, when I worked there, I was going to like that job. There's few jobs I hated more than that one. Well, I didn't hate it, but...
So did you have more problem with the people who are too into being a nerd, or people who are too into being a Karen?
So everybody makes the joke, right, about like, oh, you took a stack of games into GameStop and they only offered you 5 cents?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Karen, that your copy of Halo 3 isn't worth what you paid for it at retail, but when you have a stack of these goddamn things that aren't selling in the first place and I gotta pay rent, employees, utilities, and everything the fuck else, no, I'm not giving you what you think it's worth.
That answers that question.
That being said, I can understand why that company's going under. They can't make up their minds what the fuck they're doing from day to day.
So this is 1 of 14. Can you only hold 14 cigarettes at once?
I have no idea what that means.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's maybe 1/14 of a cigarette. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I've seen that and wondered about that myself. I was like, what is that? What is that?
Semi-skimmed milk? That must be something they have over there that we don't have over here.
No.
Of course, you know, something, I know we have it over here, but something that seems to be a bigger deal than the rest of the world than it is here is condensed milk.
I need to hold on to all of that. Oh, wait. Yeah, I need to look it up. Trying to find...
Wait, there was some fiberglass to telephone.
Ah.
Wait, go back. Microscope. Fiber optics, sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh, there's some. And some aluminium.
Alright. Still get a good laugh out of this game when I get addicted to dog food.
Ah.
Till next time.
Do you think she's supposed to come off as a little creepy or just friendly?
Well, it's a fan game, so... who knows? Oh, God. I was not paying attention to how much health I had. I forgot I already used that. Oh God, I'm dead.
Well, at least you saved coming out of the police station. You just gotta make the walk again.
I gotta kill those one guys too.
You don't have to go fight the foxes, though. That was going down the wrong way.
Yeah, that's true. Oh. No. I'm at where I fought the foxes.
Oh, okay. Does this have time-based autosaves like Skyrim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's, after you played for so long, the next time you go into your menu, it saves.
Okay.
This is only the third time I've had this interaction.
Wait, is that for snapping? A towel was under weapons. Yeah, go.
Trowel.
Trowel, okay. I just pictured your character with that whoosh.
If that was a thing, first of all, that would be appropriate to Fallout London because of Douglas Adams. Second of all, this entire run would be a towel run. God, look at how much I'm selling here and how little I'm getting out of it.
Well, I often sacrifice in Bethesda games my ability to do well in sales to be physically strong.
Well, then you are gonna love this game.
Because, in Skyrim, I'll get my speech up to 100 but never put any points into it. I'm like, 50% of sale value, that's enough.
You know, with being able to make skills legendary, you can do everything now.
Yeah. I need to make a character based on doing that. Like, actually being good at everything, not pigeonholing myself early on.
Okay, let's see if some of the stuff is still here. Oh, I think I did asbestos, not fiberglass, but whatever. Okay.
What's that vice count stuff?
Here.
Oh, okay.
And for my build, that would not do me any favors.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of the opposite of that chick who's in, New Vegas. Hers powered her up for being drunk, right?
Yes. Yes. If you had her in your party, you just turned your build into Drunken Master.
Of course, that makes me think of, with that being true in all the Drunken Master movies he made, do I need to make a character who's Jackie Chan and gets her to go around with him and he does the, hand-to-hand stuff while being drunk?
That would be awesome. See, you've said it, you have to do it now. Shit, man.
It is funny because as much as we used to be used to long load times, nowadays they feel like the game is crashing.
Oh man, the first time I had to load a game on my Tandy 1000 or whatever the shit it was back in the day. Loading Monopoly on that took forever.
Ah.
Like, I would load the game, get up, go downstairs, get whatever, like food, drink, whatever, come back up, have time to set up where the food was going to be while I played, still had time to stare at the loading screen.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, there was a time when loading screens were worse than walkbacks. Oops, sorry. It makes me think of, at one point when I had a dying PlayStation 3, the only way I could really get Skyrim to not crash was turn off all of the autosave and just hard save. I think the same was true for Oblivion, because if it would autosave too often, it would end up, like, crashing.
Skyrim on the PS3 unpatched, and I know you play them unpatched.
Yeah.
That is... Well, God bless you for doing it, because I couldn't do it.
I would actually say that Fallout 3 is more prone to bizarreness than Skyrim is unpatched on the PlayStation 3. Like, probably one of the ones that stands out to me the most, because I've seen a lot of weird stuff, is, you know how when you're over in the inner DC area and you go over to this corner of it, and there's this place where there's this paladin and his, like, initiate that he's training, and they're like, we have to go into this place and save this guy. There's super mutants in there, right?
Yeah.
So I went and, like, did that stuff, and you know how they're, like, sneaking around that area and stuff?
Yeah.
Basically, wherever I would go in the game, like, right now, they'd be, like, across there, sneaking. Just for no good reason. It's like, okay. And then later, like, I'd be in some story part, and they'd be, like, over there, sneaking.
That's very weird.
Yeah. I mean, at first it startled me, and eventually it was just like, oh, it's those guys. They weren't trying to talk to me or anything. They'd look at me, as people in, you know, those games do, but...
I found a bug in this one, and I don't know how... It may have messed up my save, but my companion keeps throwing out the same line of dialogue when I try to talk to him.
Ah. Way to climb up on top? Way to get into these things? Can you crawl under them and get in the hatch?
I think I just need to get away and shoot them, but
Okay.
because I'm not shooting, it's just get away.
Were those guys in there, or were they automated?
Oh, they were just turrets.
Oh, okay. You know, I talk about, like, stuff like, well, ghouls are humans. It's funny to separate them so much or whatever. And I'm talking mostly biologically speaking and all that stuff. But when it comes to that kind of stuff, do you think you could get something like an AI to recognize the difference between a ghoul and a human? Or they'd be like, well, I don't know, there's some humans walking around over there, I can shoot them if you want. Whoa, that was a lot of fucking rads.
Yep. That'll happen in this game. Anytime you get into any deep water, rads. Rads are the order of the day. Anyway. I tried to swim across the Thames to get to a objective in my first, like, run through the game, and immediately discovered why that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
You were asking if there was any wilderness.
Yep. You know, when it comes to hedges like that, sometimes I think in games you should be allowed to pass through them, but you take damage when you do.
Would be alright.
If I was going to do it, though, I'd probably have it be a system where it didn't necessarily hurt you to bump into them, but if you started pushing into it, it'd be like, alright, moving in, you know.
What's this?
Some kind of compound. Does it look like it's more like a silo or like a prison or something?
I don't know.
There was some structure up in there, right? Yeah, there's something going on.
Okay. Okay.
There's some way to get in there. Probably just like, Paradise Falls, where like there's the way to get in there. Of course, I already saw a way I could get in there in real life, even if I wasn't willing to climb. There's a nut like breaks like that. You could squeeze in there, shimmy against the building. Remember, kids, a good rubber mat can help you get over barbed wire.
Cross Streams does not endorse the cool crime of B&E. That was one of my more favorite Futurama moments when it was like, Futurama does not endorse the cool crime of larceny. It's a duffel bag full of guns. No. Thank you for disappointing me, game.
You found any in-game explanation for the dryads? There's another one over there. I know he's dead. Never mind.
I have not. I've barely heard anybody really talk about them.
Okay.
I was told to go one place, and they said to be careful, there's going to be dryads in there, and I was like, oh. And I don't think it gave me the option to explain it.
Ah.
This game does explain some stuff to you. I know I kind of said something counter to that earlier, but it doesn't present it in a...
I know they're ghouls, but I didn't think I'd see a glowing one. Man. Well, you can keep it stun locked, you don't have to bleed. Uh-oh.
Oh, that bitch ate me. It went for the throat.
You know, I know not a lot of people are into zombie games necessarily, but especially with zombie fatigue in the last decade, but one of the things I always liked about the original Dead Rising is it successfully did the slowed zombie in a dangerous way in a big open space. You know what I mean? Like, because sure, you can wade into zombies and just kill a bunch of them, but you have to be careful doing that shit. No matter how strong I got in that game, if I was just uncareful enough running into a horde of zombies, I would go down.
Damn. Watch me die a lot here, folks.
So what are you here for?
Nothing.
Just exploring?
We're
Okay.
just exploring, so we're out.
I feel like they put that in there to kind of level gate this place a bit.
They do that all over this game.
Which, you know, I prefer that over, no, you can't go over there. Because, you know, if you had built your guy in a very particular way, you probably could have stealthed past that guy.
You know, I've not tried stealth in this game, and I don't know that I will ever try a stealth build in this.
Is everything too close together?
No, it's... Can I explain it? Just some of the difficulty in this game is a little...
Makes you hesitant to play someone who's like, I can attack my way in any situation, but I run from gunfights.
Yeah. I'm just...
The dude made a character like that at one point, that the way they were able to survive is they were basically all their gunfights were really up close shotgun battles. And if, you know, they couldn't win in the first, like, basically couple rounds, they'd be like, alright, need to either not fight this or start over. He was trying to make a character that was basically antithetical to the way I was making characters at the time, because that's how I kept being like, well, this is my advice, and he's like, well, I want to make a different kind of character. So endurance was like all the way down.
I don't know that I've ever tried playing a character with an endurance of less than 3.
You get poisoned a lot more often. I didn't think that was a thing because I used such high endurance characters, but red scorpions will poison you. It's not that bad, but, like, it does make them more dangerous.
Red scorpions in Fallout 3 make me scratch my head. Same with Fallout 4.
Yeah, you know, scorpions are definitely a thing in America, but mostly in desert regions.
I was going to say mostly out west, not out east. And,
Because they make sense in the first couple or in New Vegas, but...
Not in...
Yeah, I mean, if you go to DC, you're not going to be, like, having to tap your boots out at night for scorpions. And I guess not at night, in the morning. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Can you mod it? Wait, is it not letting you do it anymore?
No, I can't improve my helmet. Okay. I was looking for my helmet. So I need a shit ton more fiberglass. Ugh. Okay.
So if you never worried about building up a town, how much excess crafting materials for armor would you have in 4?
A lot. A lot. But, you know, you'd also have a lot of materials that you just wouldn't do anything with, because there's a lot of, like, nothing items in the Fallout games. Like, 3 in New Vegas are just covered in junk that have no purpose or point.
Well, at least 3 makes use of all that stuff with the rocket launcher.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got items like that, you can get use out of them, but otherwise, like, that's...
Yeah. Well, it is funny, because, you know, when you first said it, I was like, oh, there's a lot of stuff that's for crafting. I was like, wait, there's a lot of stuff that's not, like baseball gloves. And
Yeah. So I do like in 4 that they kind of brought that stuff in. I am not going in there. Oh, hey, wait. I forgot to put that on.
Does that give you any advantage, like a...
Radiation resistance.
Okay, yeah, that's you know, I was thinking like radiation suits and stuff like that. So yeah. I wonder how high you can get your radiation resistance in this one. I partially wonder because at such high radiation numbers, do you think you could ever get to a point where like
You could swim across the Thames. I don't know. Maybe. Well, no, actually, yes, you can, because there is a perk where radiation heals you instead of harms you.
ah. It really does look like the epoch, doesn't it?
I don't know if that was done on purpose or what, but I'm here for it.
So if you let's say that you had put a quest in this game where 3 of the characters had been writing in it and crashed in this time period, and we're like, well, we need some parts. Will you go get them for us so we can fix it? Which 3 characters would you have it be?
Not Chrono. Because I would need someone to talk to me. Luca. I would do Luca. Maybe Marley, Meryl, whatever her name is, or Princess Nadia. Who would be the third? You know what? No, I would pick people from each different time period. So Ayla would be one. Luca would be one. Glenn. I would pick Glenn.
Okay.
And you'll note I said Glenn, not Frog.
Yeah.
Because while it would be funny to have Frog there, it's, you know, that's very not Fallout themed, and I would want to keep it Fallout themed. Or as themed as possible.
Yeah. This chair's somewhere between the one I was using and the new one I have, so it gives me both kind of butt problems.
I'll see what I can do about tracking down some a cushion for it or something.
Do not enter. Oh, you're getting a red. Is that robots?
No, it's
Oh, is it like a train?
it's this. I cannot see for shit.
No. Do you have a local map?
I don't know how much I just got turned around there.
Yeah, I think you came back out on the side you entered on. Maybe not? Is this a different side? Oh, this is a different side, yeah.
Is it?
I don't know. I guess the door's up there, so it probably not. I don't know why you don't have the beginning of this place, though. What's it showing down there?
I think that's just...
I don't know where the ghouls went. Did they chase you down under the water? Usually
Oh, I am on... I think I am on the other side.
Okay. Usually the only thing I see swimming is Mirelurks, and sometimes super mutants. What is that?
I don't know, but it stopped me dead in my fucking tracks.
Whoa. Where are you now? Are you farther, or did it put you back at the beginning?
I don't know, but I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna run. That's what I'm gonna do.
You got by a huge monster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I think it just flooded the tunnel.
Oh, that was just water rushing up to you?
I think so.
Okay.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
Man, you really got yourself in the mix here.
This is early game, by the way.
Yeah.
Nope. Outside.
What is that?
Mirelurks. They're called mitten lurks over here.
Ah.
But that's they're Mirelurks.
Kind of curious where you are now. Almost up another level.
My God, that was scary.
You know, something games don't do to you really anymore, and I'm not saying there's none, I'm sure someone could correct me about this, but like, is have the big underwater creature just be like, oh. Because that used to be such a thing in games that, like, I remember the first time I played Minecraft on console, instead of having an infinite world at that point, eventually they started having an infinite world, but like, oh, it would just be one big square area that, like, at the edge of it would just be bottomless ocean, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And, I went off and explored that a little bit. I was just like, something's gonna fucking eat me, and I went back up there, but I was like, there's nothing like that in this game. You know, it really gave me, you're going to the edge of the map, we're gonna have something to eat you vibes, you know. I mean, one of the Ratchet & Clank games does a good job of using that to hide a whole big hidden area.
Yeah.
Because up to that point, there's these fish guys that, you know, if you get in the water they're in, they'll just be like, "Home," and eat you. And they're in that level. But, they're a version of it that doesn't do that.
Oh.
So you can go into the water and stuff, but there's like secrets down there and stuff, but it just, you know, being that's been anything up to that point in the game, and they even have the scene that leads you into the place implying that happens to somebody, it's kind of this tricky way to be like, no, there's a whole area down there you didn't go to.
I'm hearing something that's making me want to go more this way.
Oh, hello, stranger. How wonderful to meet you. Lovely day, isn't it? I'm sorry, mate. I think you have me mistaken for somebody else. Nobody by that name here. I've never heard of such a person.
You
must be
need more,
mistaken.
right?
Now, please stop talking to me before someone overhears us and gets the wrong idea. No problem. Happens to the best of us. So, what brings you here? Well, you should go tell your old friend that I'm fine and I don't need some fresh
Oh, hey.
rat to babysit.
She's got it going on too.
Now, if you'll please excuse me, I'm rather busy at the moment.
The whole like extreme smile thing going on.
No, I was gonna say she's in blackface.
Oh yeah.
Help with what? I don't know what you mean, sir. Wait for it. Wait for it. And we're clear. Finally, that bloody guard moved out of earshot and dropped Shrek. Do you have any idea the amount of danger you put us in just now? Never mind, there's no time. I'm actually glad you're here. I was just about to sneak into where they're holding Uma and try and break her out. But it's a suicide mission without proper distraction. That's what I like to hear. See you at the safe house. Give him hell, Labrat.
Wow. I thought you would have to go and cause trouble, not that trouble would come for you.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. Ah. How dare you guys do blackface? That is so offensive.
Did they shoot her anyway?
No.
She just fell down.
Well, fuck, I don't know. She's essential, so she's not gonna die. And Hassan Chop.
Oh.
Let this be a warning to the rest of you guys. Don't fuck around and find out.
Why is it red?
Because it's owned by the Syndicate.
Oh, and I guess can you technically be cool with them?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, if I would have said, nah, guys, I think I'm just going to go my own way, apparently I could have ran into a Syndicate member, and I would be on the other side of this stuff.
Okay. Are the affiliations necessary?
No. This is not necessary at all. Like, I could skip this altogether and just start getting into the the main story.
What has indicated what the main story is so far, aside from there being a mysterious man who's like, I will see you later?
That was it.
Ah, okay.
I need to go to Thamesville.
Ah.
That's where like the story needs me to go. Oh,
Oh, dang.
Uh-oh. The inevitable happened. Fallout London crashed. Let's see here. This should bring it back up automatically. You know, once I reopen it. Yep, there we go. That was quite unexpected, where it was just like violent destruction coming up, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, get him.
Yeah.
Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. You see loading screen, you're generally good.
Ah.
Generally.
Oh.
And I'm already level 5. Nice. Trying to decide what perk I should get this level.
I was surprised you got a life giver instead of lead belly, because you were talking about lead belly.
Yeah, I did say I need to do that. Well, I didn't pick one last time. I still have a perk to pick, so I can just do lead belly. That'll
Oh,
work.
okay. For some reason I thought you picked life giver when you were in that fight.
No.
Okay.
Crossed my mind because I was like, well, I could use 20 more hit points, but no, I don't want to say lead belly is mandatory in this game, but it feels like it is.
Because of all the food you gotta eat.
Yeah. And like I said, this is like the first one I kind of feel like I have to eat the gross food. I did not feel that way in Fallout 3 or New Vegas or 4.
In New Vegas on survival mode, you feel that way a little bit more.
Okay. 7 endurance. That's a lot of endurance to have in one of these games. Yeah. Maybe I should focus on getting my endurance up to 9 so I can get this.
I use lead belly more on people who spend more time out in the wasteland itself, more survivor type characters.
Mm-hmm.
But the more focused I am on doing like story stuff, the less likely I am to do it.
I can see that. Ah. Yeah, fuck it. Nope. I need to go get Richie. Or Archie. That's his name, Archie.
Have you ever come across any other companions?
I've come across a few. There's a Mountbatten. There's a woman that you find in the Bank of England. There's a dog named Churchill.
Hmm.
All of your companions can carry a ton.
Oh.
I was surprised at how much Churchill could carry. I was even more surprised by how much Archie could carry.
So you can carry more than Fox can?
It seems that way.
Just parkouring your way through this place?
I was attempting to. Here we go.
What you doing over here?
This is a spot I have to come to later. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the map marker for it. I think it's this building.
Yeah, that kind of stuff has really saved me in a lot of time in games. It's like, well, I'm already over here. I'm going to get this, this, and this marker. And so I know I will have to come back.
1 Canada Square. I was watching somebody from England play this game, and when when you see the skyline in the opening, it's like, London looks nothing like that.
So just like every American city in every video game ever?
Yeah. It's like, well, now you know how we feel. I did have Carrie sit down and look at the map for Watch Dogs, and I was like, so how close to Chicago is this map? She goes, that is nothing like the city. And after living up there, no, that's not wrong.
Yeah.
Here we go. Winter Garden. That's what I needed.
Very surprisingly bereft of enemies.
They're here. They're just not hostile with me yet.
Oh, is it all Syndicate guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Explain why there's no monsters about.
Let's see. Well, no. There's nobody down here.
Is that actually clean water?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There's a clean water place right outside Swan and Mirth, or whatever it's called.
Hmm. Is that how they're saying to get across the Thames?
No, I already did that. There was like a foot tunnel.
Okay.
That's where I got the like washed out.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Ooh,
Oh no!
shit.
Ah, here we go. Oh man. I've got to go get that spot again.
Wow.
Shit. Oh well. Oh, no. I seem to be right there. It saved right before I tried to fast travel and I crashed. It crashed because I tried to fast travel.
Mm.
Okay, game.
You know, I probably said this to you before, but when they, when they made that Secret of Mana remake in recent times, apparently it was so prone to crashing that the only fix they came up with for it was every time you walk into a new room, it autosaves.
Okay. Okay, come on, bottle. What the fuck? I couldn't open up my bottle of water and I got water all over me. What the fuck?
The little binds that hold the lid together do seem to be stronger than they used to in recent times.
They also make the caps smaller.
Yeah. That in of itself may be the reason.
And I get that they're... I missed. I get that they're trying to save plastic. And I'm for whatever, but... It's a hassle. Actually, I lived with someone for a little while that had cerebral palsy. And I was living with them whenever Coke and Pepsi changed their bottle caps to be shorter. And he called the company to complain that they changed it.
Oh.
Because he was like, bro, I cannot get my CP hands on these caps to open them. He was upset about it. And I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I think the Coke rep tried to assure him that they designed these things with handicapped people in mind. He says, well, I'm handicapped, and I'm here to tell you I can't fucking open it. We're sitting there, they're like, oh, man.
Don't you think it's funny when someone tries to argue with someone what their life is like?
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is where I'm going. Where's the caravan, guys?
They're not very good guards.
And I'll give you a one-way ticket to the Ol'Blighty afterlife, mate. And if you're Keep your hands off the pack level.
Oh, they're Thames folk. I would not get ice cream from that truck. Even if it was brand new, I'd be like, no, that is too van-like.
That makes me think of when I lived in Florida. There was an ice cream truck in our neighborhood with a big shirtless guy giving out ice cream who would give you dirty looks if he's like, "Why are you here? You look sketchy."
Like, bro,
yeah,
put a fucking shirt on.
Well, it's very much appreciated. I'm sure blind Nelson and Gordon feel the same way.
People are really smiley in this.
Why wouldn't they be?
Good to hear your voice, Gordon. And thanks to our trusty lad right here. Me and him.
I mean, I guess if you're a libertarian or an anarchist, this is a great world.
I am neither of those things. I'm mildly libertarian.
Yeah, they're right here beside me. Over.
Oi, Lambda. Nice work out there today. I think I speak for everyone on this end of the microphone when I say you finally proved yourself loyal to our little family. I better come back to see what Gordon has to say, though. Better get your bums back to the swamp when the heat dies down. Over and out. Over. Over.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
Fuck you, game. Fuck you. I do like how there is the legally distinct from Amazon. I do a lot of business with Amazon, but I'm told I shouldn't because they're an immoral, like, terrible company, and I'm just like, who isn't?
Yeah.
If I started applying my moral standards to corporations, I wouldn't shop with anybody. That is just not on the table.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going that way. I thought this might be one of the spots I was telling you about, where like there's just mannequins in random spots. And of course, I mentioned that earlier to you, and of course, like I've not like found any. Ah, here we go. Well, the first couple of days I was playing this, I was just finding mannequins all over the place. I couldn't figure it out. There we go. Rad roaches to save the day. Alright. Wait. Damn it. What level do I gotta be? One more level. I do like the animation there.
Yeah.
Some of these are just silly. I do find this one funny.
Yeah.
We are going to go ahead and do this one. I need to start getting more like shotgun shells, because I do have a shotgun. I can't activate this yet. Fine, game, be that way. Oh. That's disappointing. Oh, this game has a Doctor Who reference that I don't feel is shoehorned in.
Oh.
Throughout the wasteland, you find blue police boxes.
Oh.
And you have to find 13 of them to decode a message.
Hmm.
And I was like, well, okay, that was in the original Fallout. And we are in England. So I just didn't feel like this was... Man, someone's really a Doctor Who fan. Had to put that shit in there.
You know, since you can just raise your stats the way you can in 4, does it even have bobbleheads?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, I literally sidestepped him without even knowing he was there. Yay, fiberglass.
Do you think that at this point there'd be, with all the like radiation in the water and stuff, there'd be enough background radiation to make broadcasts difficult or impossible.
Yes. Okay, in the Fallout world, we would have to reinvent so much technology.
Oh, yeah.
Just to do shit that we've been able to do for, you know, a little over a century now.
Well, yeah, well, that makes me think of when you were first playing this, like when you started the level, there were some enemies that, like, you thought that I was like, are they going to try to steal his organs? I was like, wait, society has to be actually rather advanced before selling organs is a thing.
Hey. I should be able to find some fiberglass here, I think.
This should be what pins are made out of, right?
I was thinking of laundry detergent.
Oh, is this a bet?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was a bowling alley.
Yep.
The magazines do anything for you than this one?
They do, but not burnt ones.
I didn't realize that's what it was.
Burnt comic, burnt lifestyle magazine.
Okay.
Yes.
There's another one right there over to the right.
What?
No. Their doors don't open very wide in England, apparently. You gotta really cram those blankets in there sideways.
Ooh. Man, I don't know what happened there. But I'm glad it didn't involve me.
I was for a second thinking that kick, because especially because he got off a zombie, basically, probably, but it's like, is that kickball a weapon? And the reason I thought that is a weapon in the original Dead Rising. And if you do it right, you can make it hit a lot of zombies. Get a little between them.
Nice.
Ooh, what's that big switch on the wall?
The power box already. It turned that on.
Bulb made me think of a joke in a movie I saw a long time ago. I can't remember what it was called, where someone was like, oh, it's one of those old-fashioned light bulbs. You turn it on, the whole room goes dark.
I've lived in houses where or when you turn on like the dishwasher or the washing machine, a major appliance of some sort, every house in the light dims just a little bit.
Yeah. It's been a while, but I lived in somewhere like that too. Of course, that house it wasn't super old, kind of like the one I live in now, but it was old enough that it had one of those big tower antennas just for getting normal TV behind it.
Yeah. These things. Leeches.
That is a big leech.
Yeah.
Wait, so you can get little leeches out of it?
Yep. Don't ask me what they're for.
Let's say it's
I'd
England.
probably eat them.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking since it's England, it's probably like a medicine device. Probably lowers radiation. Man, they just love blocking you with water.
Yes. Yes, they do.
That's just a hatchling?
Yep. Fuck! Motherfucker. I'm dying. I need to get away. Oh. I'm telling you. Ugh. I'm gonna go trade with Yvette and get more aid stuff because I need it.
Yeah, I've seen that name before. I wonder what language it comes from. Is that an English name?
Maybe. You know, England is a... You know, they call America the melting pot of the world. I mean...
Yeah, we kind of used to be.
England, I think, is almost more so anymore these days.
Yeah, these days. They're very... they've taken in a lot of people in the last decade.
No, more than that. Like, the last, 40 years has really just had, this explosion of diversity over there. I mean... You know, one of the favorite, cuisine styles over there is, Indian food.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of been a thing for a while over in England. I remember even in, the early 2000s seeing stuff made by English people kind of... I don't know if it was a complaint or just a joke, but it was, it was like England, and it was all this, it's it's going to, what is it, an Irish bar to get an American drink in a German car or something like that.
Yeah.
My mother wanted me a big farm. I get my hands dirty,
Need help?
Yes.
What do you need?
Okay, so what do I got? Got these. We're getting rid of these. Ooh.
That's actually one of your higher damage weapons, since it's got electricity also.
We're gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna get rid of that. See, cigar.
Yeah, that one guy, that syndicate guy, was equipped with it.
That's a funny thing to me.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I wonder how long after a Fallout event that you could say run the world or whatever it would be until crude oil was mined again or whatever. So I was thinking about how that milk in a carton, I was thinking even oil would be bad by now, especially if it was kept in a carton, but oil would just in general, there wouldn't be any gasoline or oil basically at this point unless you made it.
It's not untrue.
Well, our little wayfarer has returned. You're looking in a lot better nick than when we first found you, I must say. I've been paying mind to what you've been up to round there. Seems you're not a bad sort, me old bugger. So listen, I got an opportunity for you. You can keep on doing odd jobs for us, help out here and there for a few tickets, or you can step up to the big game. I'm offering you the chance to join the ranks of the vagabonds. Join our family proper. Your blood becomes our blood. Our fate becomes your fate. What do you say?
I don't know, brother. Mixing blood sounds like how you get diseases.
Glad your gun's on our side. That's what I like.
I don't need to explain to me why I should do this. Also,
I still have a task for
in the real world, if
We're
someone
on
offered to
board
let you join their criminal organization, which these guys are, I don't give a shit what they try to fucking
You want to join
I mean,
the
sugarcoat it with.
the wording he just talked about there was that was like being a made man shit.
Yeah. You don't ask the mob what's in it for me.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And I want its lapel pin in my hand as proof of the deed. Do that and you'll truly be one of us. Speak to Nelson for more info. The other lieutenants can get you out with some gear. We need the numbers.
Careful where you tread. It'll give me a reason to have fun.
There's someone with a thing above their head over there.
Yeah, but I need to.
Boy, wipe that smarmy look off your face before I have one of my friends do it for you. What? You think we don't know this place is a dump? You should do something about that then. You look like a bulldog licking piss off a thistle. The name's John the Screw. I'm the one in charge of fixing up this pub that you so clearly think you're better than.
The fuck? It's like I have had this conversation before with people where I'm just like, what is going on here?
Hell no. The Swan and Mitre used to be the finest pub this side of the Thames. The jewel of Bromley it was. What happened till those pikey twats from the Isle of Dogs trashed the place? We've been trying to rebuild ever since. And if it weren't for those balmy nutters over at Bromley DIY, we might well be done by now. You know what? That gives me a brilliant idea. How would you like to make a few tickets for a quick job?
You know, I literally just talked about this.
Well, the reason the Swan still looks like the town tip isn't because I've been sitting on my arse doing nothing. We're up to our eyes in repairs and running large supplies, fast. Typically, I'd send one of the leads down to Bromley DIY to pick up what we need. But the last time I did, the junkie blindsided him with the business end of a sledge. Now nobody wants to go near the place. But you seem like an hard sort. If you were to go take care of the hooligans down at the DIY so we can continue our work, I'd certainly make it worth your while.
Cool. I do like this response here.
Brilliant, mate. You're doing me a huge favour. Bromley DIY is just up. Anything?
Alright, lad, bro. What can I do for you? Go once more fill the blood out. If that's your job, but if you want to be old to. You ever stop to wonder where it ends? They kill us, we kill them. Ah, never mind. Probably just a shrapnel talking. Now, what gear were you after? Good choice, good choice. Alright, matey.
Nice.
How much is there an opportunity to spec into bombs in this one? That's something I've done before in 3.
You know, I'm not...
What you after?
I don't know.
Sure, I guess you need the right weapon for the job. You fancy a shooter or a slicer? Right, here you go. My mother wanted me to be a farmer. I get my hands dirty in other ways.
A lot of euphemism in this game.
Yeah.
How you doing, mate? Hey, no trouble. I had fresh deliveries of chems and medicines today. Which would you rather have your mitts on?
So you don't need the
There you
chems.
go, mate.
Yeah.
You're all straight edge over there.
That's right, I'm CM Punk as fuck.
You need the melee weapon, a briefcase full of money?
That's right. Yes.
Hello, young plum. Help? I can't help with that. Can't even see enough to help you. Ha ha! You got to do this on your own. No hand holding. I'll give you a bit of background so you know what you're in for. The Syndicate has an enforcement division known by locals as the Sniffers. Their whole job is to keep the peace, as they call it, meaning meting out a bit of the old ultra-violence against anything they consider subversive. Pretty cruel bunch by all accounts. They tend to wander around.
I don't know how I didn't make this connection earlier. The Vagabonds are just the street gang from fucking Clockwork Orange. They're just vastly less psychotic.
They all had a bit of an older age range.
You're on your own, I'm afraid. Do please try not to die. We need the numbers.
Of course, the problem I have nowadays with long loading screens is by the time I get to the other end, I'm like, alright, what was I doing?
Yeah. Oh shit.
My mother wanted me to be a farmer.
I gotta spend money. I hate spending money in this game.
What do you need?
Clear out my radiation. Whoa. You saw that, right?
Yep.
Do you need medical assistance?
Yes, I do. That's why I'm trying to talk to you. What addiction?
You probably don't have one. She'd probably be like, right, you don't need that. It's probably just telling you how much it costs, you know what I mean?
Usually only comes up if you have it.
Oh, maybe you are addicted. Check your stats.
What the fuck am I addicted to?
You even know where that would be showed?
Show effects. Right bumper.
Dog food. You just can't keep away from it, can you?
I haven't eaten any, goddammit!
Oh.
Fuck you, game.
What did it give you a -2?
AP.
Well, No, you haven't been really using vets.
I don't know when I ate dog food.
I have a feeling it was a scramble during a fight.
Probably. But you eat it one time, you're just hooked.
Yeah. Must have some good dog food over there.
I think must.
I mean, I can see getting addicted to cat food, but dog food?
Just imagine my guy walking around like the streets of post-apocalyptic London.
Yeah.
Where's that Purina?
That's a neat way to give you healing without passing in-game time much.
Oh, that's Team. Oh, wait, where the fuck am I going?
Oh, up there. Yeah. See that location right there?
That's Thamesville.
Oh, I thought that's where it was telling you to go.
Or Thames Haven.
Oh, that's the main quest.
Yeah.
Do you think you need to ask around a little bit more about, like, specifics?
No, I just gotta find somebody. Okay.
Yeah. Like, any of them. That'll work. I mean, you were over in that area recently, so...
Yeah, I just gotta fast travel over there.
So wait, go back. You can get on that roof. Go jump on the lower and then jump on the higher one, then jump up there.
I was too close to it. That's what the problem was.
Yeah, you know, that's something I've only really come across in more modern games, is being too close to a wall to jump over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, those are some tough ladybugs.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Did they whip out a gun?
Someone did.
Oh, they were shooting the bugs. And now they're shooting the bugs. At least they're trying. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have an emotional breakdown. I see a fox in real life.
Go into a light dappled glen with foxes and ladybugs and be like, oh no.
No. I was wondering how I got up there. I bet I get up there through here. Yeah. No. Damn.
Yeah, This game's Bethesda enough for like half a second. I thought you'd have to fight that skeleton. Man, that is a tall skeleton. Oh wait, he's hanging up off the ground. Okay.
Barely.
Yeah.
He'd still be taller than me.
Is that a Hubris Comics?
No, it's this place. I don't know if you remember this from earlier, but they have the Hubris Comics sign.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't. That's another thing. Like that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like where things kind of just need to be like retextured.
Yeah.
It's not like terrible or whatever. It's just they're using the assets that are available, and that was just to save time.
I do wonder sometimes if they have a plan, like something I could see myself doing if I had a long-term plan with this game is putting stuff like that in there and be like, I'm gonna change it later. You know what I mean?
That's kind of what I figured. And even if they don't change it, it's not going to be like, this is the worst thing ever.
Oh yeah.
It's just, okay, you guys have done all of this work. Here's where you still need to do some work. They're just notes. They're not complaints. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't remember what the movie was called. It was some kind of like, basically a ripoff of The Abyss, except for with electric eels instead of aliens. And you know how like people complain, it's like, why is the, corporation doing things that man shouldn't mess with? Oh, it's named Daedalus or something, right?
Yeah.
In this movie, the station where they were doing things that people shouldn't do was literally called Hubris Station. And it's like, wow, you can't get much more on the nose than that.
Okay.
Oh, that is an old looking sweet roll.
It's delicious.
There's neither jams nor inaccessible.
I try doors even if they say inaccessible, because that happens. There are some doors that need to be replaced with just walls. Because you can kind of get behind the scenery.
Oh, yeah.
I found a couple of spots where...
Are those cherry bombs, or what are those? You see those things stand under the counter? Like, go around the counter and look down. Like, what are those? Boiled sweet, okay. I'm just always looking out for cherry bombs, so like...
Bangers and mash. I don't know why they're in a fucking box, but alright. What are we at? Okay. That motherfucking RoboCop.
I know there's a lot of odd soundscape stuff in video games, but like, you would think you'd be able to hear that gas engine from farther away.
Wait, what? Okay. That seemed like the way up, right?
Yeah.
Did you see a way up there?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if there'll be some like staircase or door that leads up there, like that kind of teleports you up there, like in Fallout 3, or if it's just inaccessible.
Oh no, okay, so that's the other side of this. Yeah, that has to be how you get up there.
You think there's something you can hop over to get up over the little railing?
Maybe. Ah, hey.
Shit. Dang.
I should have healed, and I didn't. Let's see where this puts me.
You're talking about a silencer, makes me think of
No shit.
Silent Hill 3. There's a hidden silencer in the game that's also like a Solid Snake reference.
Oh. Well, I mean, they're both Konami games, so...
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is where it put me. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do meal break here, because it's that time of day. And we might come back in about an hour. Isabouts. Yeah. So, this is John.
This is Nerd Leader.
And we'll be back as soon as I get